Hello everyone, welcome to Side Noobs Beginner Guide to Juri. Juri is one of my favorite characters in the new Super Street Fighter X Tekken. She's a lot of great combos and I think is a very solid character for beginning players. So we're going to go over just today some of her combos, normals, and pretty much everything about her just so you can start playing her from scratch day one. With no further ado, I'm going to go over her normals. So one of the most important normals I think is this crouching middle kick. This is going to be your starter combo for a lot of things. It's cancelable, of course, so you're going to be able to do any of your moves out of this. It's an extremely powerful kick. The next one is this middle punch. Note they do the same damage, so it really doesn't matter which one you use. If whatever kind of feels better. The medium kick is better for like people that are falling, like this for example. Lower to the ground, easier to hit. However, they're both going to work, so it just depends on what you want to do, what feels more comfortable. A lot of times you're going to be holding a fireball, and so you're going to have one finger taken, so maybe you're going to have to use that medium punch. And we're going to go with fireballs in just a bit if that confused you at all. So don't worry. So her other notable normals. Her crouching fierce punch. I know it's a kick, but it's actually her fierce punch. Is now cancelable with a jump, just like that. So you can use it and jump right away. You're gonna need to learn how to basically do stuff like this, just to keep your opponent guessing on what you're gonna do next. You can from there mix it up, but you gotta get the hang of that jumping after that. That's really important. I'd recommend going to training mode before you start playing her online and really getting this down really good, because you're gonna need to be able to cancel dive kicks from it, just like that. So this is a really powerful normal, not to mention her best anti-air, which we're going to go over later. Also next up on the normals, this light kick is very good. She's very low to the ground, hard to hit. You've got a really good hitbox during that. It combos to itself. Also you can combo to a launcher from this. So it's a very good normal, this light kick. Next up, let's see what else. Oh, this kick is really good for keeping people out of the air. Let's say you get a sweep, and you're gonna want them not to jump. You can throw that out. It's a good way to keep people on the ground. It's a wonderful poke as well. At least does some pretty good damage. I think that's it for that. So we're gonna move right into the anti-airs. Like I was saying, Juri's got some amazing anti-airs. We're gonna start off with her. I wouldn't say it's weak. It's different. It's a lot faster. This one here, you're gonna see this rarely misses. If you throw this out and they do any normal, this is pretty much always gonna win. I absolutely love that punch. She used to have this one in Super Street Fighter. I don't recommend throwing this anymore. You're gonna notice the hitbox is really bad now, and it's just not that good. This one works sorta, kinda, but it's not gonna anti-air in the generic sense that we're probably used to. The next one is this one we did earlier. A 90 damage, not bad, but you can actually get even more damage out of this by following this up with, again, that super jump cancel. You're going to do that, and then you're going to follow it up with another fierce punch in the air. You're going to notice that causes a ground bounce. In here you can combo after a ground bounce. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do a medium kick. Again, you can do whatever you want. You can go ahead and use that medium punch, but it's really up to you. But I recommend the medium kick just because it's a little bit safer. I notice it hits more. But then after that, you can do something else too. So we're going to follow it up with a super. Oops! Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's try one more time. Super there. You're going to notice the damage on this is intense. 500 damage for anti-air is ridiculous. So that's a great way to get some free damage. If you don't have the bars for super, however, I recommend following it up with just a medium kick to light pinwheel, just like that. 308 damage, not bad at all. It's going to build some decent bar as well. So that's pretty much it. A lot of people have trouble linking that at first. Go ahead and practice it in training mode, and I promise you'll get it. It's necessary if you're going to really want to be a really good Juri player, because if you don't do that, they're not going to be afraid to jump, and really Juri's game is based around them not wanting to jump at you because of that, and allows you to throw fireballs and be an effective zoning player. Moving right along to Juri's fireballs. You can actually charge all 3 fireballs, and now I can walk around, I can do things. I can't use any of my kicks because I'm holding all 3 fireballs. And I can release them in any order I choose, just like that. You're going to notice the damage is different for each one. The high does 60, the low does 40, and the medium does 50. And so the low is the one you're going to want to use for pretty much all your combos. This is the safest. The medium, however, in this version also hits crouching opponents. So you can go ahead and use that one too now. And again, you can use a little bit of kind of fancy stuff now because the pushback is less. So, for example, that's ridiculous. But again, sometimes, like, see, 352 damage for that. Let's go ahead and do a less fancy combo. It actually did a little bit more, so it's a lot more work, but in order to hold 2 fireballs is rather difficult. I don't know if I recommend doing that. It's tough for beginners, and it's more hassle than it's worth most of the time. So what else about fireballs? The high fireball does not go that high anymore. I notice people can jump over it fairly easy. So you really have to get at a good range. Like, this is probably the proper spacing if you want to throw it from there to make sure Ken can't jump and hit you. The low one has really slow travel time. It does not go full screen. So when you throw these, you want to be in range to hit, though. You don't want them to just be able to like throw fireballs at you and yours miss, because that's going to go under his fireball. Don't forget, you can also break their fireballs. Let's go ahead and put him on record. So if he throws a fireball, I can break that with mine on the charge. And again, it's going to go under for the medium. The light, however, will collide with it. So if you just want to have a straight fireball battle, you can do that. And again, the timing is rather tough, as you see there. If you time it wrong, you are going to get hit in the face by his fireball. I gotta be a little careful. Well, we got the fireballs firing. We're gonna go ahead and talk about her counter. So that's her fierce counter, the light counter. Oops, and the medium counter goes backwards. That was a bad display of it. Like that. And so the medium is the safest. It's gonna get you out of there. However, the fierce is gonna be the one you want to do if you want to cause some damage, especially with the new Tekken characters. The fierce one is wonderful at letting you, because they do a lot of string type moves where it's like I hit, and they only did like one input, and so they can't stop that. So once they hit you and you do the counter, you're gonna jump up, come down with your fierce kick, because that's gonna hit both sides, and then do a basic punish combo like the medium kick to the medium pinwheel. Easy to do, and you can follow up in the corner. So her counter was severely improved in this game, and I recommend, if you didn't use it last game, it might have been not a best idea to just forget it completely, but I don't necessarily think it's a terrible idea either. In this game, it is severely improved. After a sweep, for example, I would have been hit in the last game unless I did EX, but in this game you can do the normal and you're fine. And again, that's a good example of what you want to do with that. And again, there's nothing wrong with doing the medium version just to get away for safety. But the fierce version, again, is the one if you really want to cause some damage, that's the one you want to do. More advanced players will punish you for that, though, so you gotta be a little bit careful. Kind of read your opponent. That's it for that. Again, that's the basic combo. You can kind of mix it up with whatever you want. It's just like landing a free jump in. That's out for her counter. So again, her pinwheel. She's got actually 4 different variations of this: light, medium, and heavy, and EX. So again, you can follow these up now. In the old Street Fighter, you couldn't, of course. So let's go and take a look at the light one. 100 damage, very little flinch. This is punishable if you're like inside them and they block it, so you want to make sure you're a little bit spaced, just like that. That's perfect spacing there. The medium version is going to knock them down, and you can follow that up. I recommend following it up with the medium kick to another pinwheel, the light version though. However, you can also follow this up in the corner with the fierce punch combo again, the anti-air, because it counts them in the air. It is very difficult to do, however, and you will need to practice in training mode, but look at the results from it. Almost 600 damage for that. That is ridiculous. In the fierce version, the only thing you can land from this is that right there. That's your best bet. Or the super as well, because the medium kick does hit, but it's a little more strict timing. The medium's a little bit safer, I want to say, in terms of landing the combo. So it just depends on how advanced you are and how much time you spent with Juri. If you're looking to land the super mid-screen, now you're not in the corner, you have to do the medium, and you have to do it right about there, and that should hit. A little bit less damage, of course, because you're not getting that extra medium kick in from the corner, but it is one way to land the super. If you can end the round, I recommend doing it. It's basically free. The most damaging way you can get a pinwheel is from, again, that fierce kick to the pinwheel. That's just fierce there. 230 damage, not bad at all. Great standard punish combo. If you're in the corner, of course, go ahead and go with the medium to your standard combo. That's meterless for 438 damage. Ridiculous. So she's a very strong character with a lot of great damage to her. I think that's all about it for the pinwheels. It's not a good anti-air. It definitely has its role. It's more of her damage move. Next up, dive kicks. So dive kicks is a little different. Now you notice that when she does the dive kick, she has a follow-up there. If you press the dive kick multiple times, you're going to go ahead and get 144 damage, which is not good. You do not want to follow this move up most of the time. The only time you want to follow it up is when you're like that, you're at the range where you can't follow it up with anything else, and that's the best you can do is squeeze that little bit extra damage. However, if you can, if you're closer to them, you want to follow it up with your medium kick to pinwheel. If you're in the corner, you want to follow it up with your anti-air combo again. For oops, it's a much more difficult to time than some of the other tricks we've been doing. I struggle with it a lot. So this will take practice. You want to hit them in the feet and go ahead and try to land that there. I almost feel like giving up in this tutorial about it. Like I was saying, it is difficult, but you have to believe me, I guess, that it is possible. Ah, shoot, I feel bad I can't land this. I don't want to waste time in the tutorial, though. Shoot, last try. Oh my gosh, after many attempts. But that's basically her dive kick in a nutshell. She does have different ranges for it. That's the light, that's the medium, that's the heavy. You want to hit them in the feet, otherwise it's punishable. So that it just has enough stun just so you can recover if they block it. So that's pretty much it for that, though. Her supers, we already kind of demonstrated a lot of ways to land the super. But basically, if they miss an uppercut, for example, just medium kick to super is your safest bet. You can fierce punch to it, crouching fierce punch that is. You can medium punch. You can even light kick. There's like very little startup in this game for it. I have a tutorial guide on that as well. I have a little bit more in detail, but I won't go over it too much. As far as partner switching, you can do a few things. Medium kick pinwheels, never a bad call. It's safe. Really easy to do. If they're in the corner, I think depending on what you do. Sorry, Zangief is so slow. I'm not really sure what else you can do in the corner that's more damaging. Probably a fierce kick. You have to, in order to get the full anti-air combo, though, you do have to. Whoops! Oh, sorry. You have to switch with a move like that. Now that's a little bit unpractical, taking you know, all your bars, but 619 damage is a ton. That's all I could recommend for the partners. Let's just do one more combo so you can see her best exiting one. You notice that a lot of her kicks and punches do 2 hits, so you're going to want to exit with something like that. You have to exit with the kick as opposed to this, because if you exit with this, Zangief can't combo, or any character for that matter, he can't combo afterwards. So you have to end with the kick launcher, and then Zangief can combo just fine, whatever he wants to. I guess that's it for this guide for Juri. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that this was informative in some way. This was our first real in-depth guide to a character. 1 week after release, so once I found out more, I want to just scrap this one and make a brand new one. So leave any tips you might have for me in the comment section for our next tutorial. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. We're going to be releasing more of these in time to come as soon as we figure out all the tips on them. So thanks again for watching, guys. Have a good one.